Welcome, in this video we will see C++ program. C++ program, it can be defined as a collection of objects that communicate via invoking each other's methods. Let us take a brief look into class, object, methods and instance variables. Objects have states and behaviors. Example, dog has a states such as color, name, breed, as well as behaviors, wagging, barking, eating. An object is an instance of a class. A class can be defined as a template or blueprint that describes the behavior or states that object of its type support. Methods. A method is basically a behavior. A class can contain many methods. It is in method where the logics are written, data is manipulated, and all the actions are executed. Instance variables. Each object has its unique set of instance variables. An object state is created by the values assigned to these instance variables. Let us look at a simple C++ code that will print hello world. The C++ language defines several headers which contain information that is either necessary or useful to your program. For this program, the header IOStream is needed. That is #include IOStream. Using namespace std tells the compiler to use the std namespace. Namespaces are relatively recent addition to C++. Main is where the execution begins. Is a single line comment available in C++. Single line comments begin with forward slashes and stop at the end of the line. The line int main is the main function where program execution begins. The next line cout, this is my first C++ program, causes the message this is my first C++ program to be displayed on the screen. The next line cout hello world causes the message this is my first C++ program to be displayed on the screen. The next line return 0 terminates the main function and causes it to return the value 0 to the calling process. Now one step further, let's see classes and objects in C++. I am specifically mentioning classes and object in this brief introduction to C++ program, in this brief coverage of C++ program, because class and objects are integral part of C++ program which are not in C. A class definition starts with the keyword class followed by the class name, that's we have written here box, and the class body, enclosed by a pair of curly braces, and it ends with semicolon. Here the class name is box and the keyword public determines the access attribute of the member of the class that follow it. Public member can be accessed from outside the class anywhere within the scope of the class object. We can also specify the member of class as private or protected. Now object. A class provides a blueprint for object. So basically an object is created from a class. We declare object of a class with exactly same sort of declaration that we declare variable of basic type, like this: box, box1, box, box2. Here we are just declaring box1 as a type of box and box2 as a type of box. So now box1 and box2 will have its own length, breadth and height, because the object box1 and box2 are derived from the class box. Now let's see in a program how we use it. In the program, same way I have defined the class, that is box, and inside main I have created the objects, that is box1 and box2. Here in this program I will calculate the volume, so I will write it as double volume equals to 0.0. Double is one step further to end That is, it will include the decimal number that is up to the point, like 5.4, 5.6. Integer just takes 5.4 as 5, but double take it as 5.4 as a 5.4 itself. Now I will assign the value to box 1 and box 2 with different height, length and breadth in this way. Now we'll calculate the volume of box 1, that is volume 1 equals to height into length into breadth of box 1, and output it. Say out volume of box, volume and line. In the same way for box 2, and return. When the code is compiled and executed, it produces the following result, that is volume of box 1 and volume of box 2, that is the volume of box 1 and volume of box 2, like this. So this is how classes are created and objects are created and used. This is very integral part of C++ program, so that's why I have mentioned in this brief video on C++ program. There is still many more to learn in C++ program, but what I would like to say is no need to waste time in understanding C++ in depth. Just understand this class and object and move on to Java. In Java you can learn the things in depth and use it. As this is ethical hacking course, I will end the brief introduction of C++ program at this point. If you want, you can enroll to C++ in-depth course. If you are really interested, I don't think it's worth it. Just cover Java in depth. That's it. Thank you for watching this video.